Hey guys, I wanted to come and just give you a word of encouragement today because some of you are experiencing increased isolation and also increased anxiety. And so those two things together just are not good. I speak from personal experience. I know what it means to deal with those things. You know, you're out of your normal routine. You can't hang out with the same friends that you've been hanging out with. You might even have the thought of, I don't even know if I'm going to go back to school and see some of my friends ever again. And so I wanted to speak some truth into our lives today, that God tells us that when we are full of anxiety, that we can cast it down at Jesus' feet. So 1 Peter 5 through 11, I'll read it for you. It says this: God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he may exalt you, casting all your anxieties on him, because he cares for you. Be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. Resist him, firm in your faith, knowing that the same kinds of suffering are being experienced by your brotherhood throughout the world. And after you have suffered a little while, the God of all grace, who has called you to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself restore, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. So that's an amazing truth that we have, that God has told us three main things here in this text, that we are to be humble in these times. We can't be prideful. We can't think that, I know better than the government. I know better than what my mom and dad say. We have to be humble and really listen to pay attention to what's going on, because when we humble ourselves, we're making God greater. We need to point to God in our actions. And through that, we can cast our anxiety on him. A lot of us are just full of so many emotions, so many things that are dragging our mind into places that we don't want our mind to be dragged in. It says, be sober-minded. And so being sober means to be without something that intoxicates us. And fear can intoxicate us. Anxiety can intoxicate us. Worry intoxicates us. We are called to lay that down at Jesus' feet. So number one, be humble. Number two, lay your burdens down. Cast your anxiety on him. And then number three, be sober-minded. Anything that creeps up into our mind, we know that we can cast at his feet. I love what John Wayne says. John Wayne says, courage is being scared to death, but saddling up anyway. And I think we need to be encouraged, so to be full of courage, knowing that we're going to be fearful. We're going to have some worries, some fears, but that doesn't mean that we can't take a step, that we can't take that step to be courageous. And I would encourage you to be courageous to your friends, to fill them with courage too, that just because they have those fears doesn't mean they can still not take that step that they need to take. So take that step knowing God will be there for you, because God is going to be the one, like it says, to restore, to confirm, to strengthen, and establish you. God is still in control, even when it seems like the world is out of control. So that's what I wanted to encourage you with today. Go outside, just like I'm outside right now. Experience nature, experience something. There's nothing wrong with going for a hike or whatever. Just stay away from public areas right now. There's so many weird things that are going on that we need to make sure that we are being humble, listening to the government, listening to our churches, listening to the authorities that are in our lives, but also to be sober-minded as we cast our anxieties on Jesus. All right, hope to see you guys soon. I encourage you to go outside and still meet with a couple of friends or still keep in communication. Until then, I would encourage you to be lifted up as you lift up Jesus.